Christian Walker, welcome to Intentional Talk. You said the other day that you are aware what this Diamondbacks team is, what they're doing is special, right? But that you also aren't surprised. Does it make you happy when you prove some of our coworkers wrong?
Yeah, very much so. Very much so. Chances are people aren't betting on the D-backs, so anytime we're proving people wrong at this point, it means we're doing something good.
Yeah, you know, and that's what's great about this whole thing. You got to have that little underdog. There's an underdog in every series. You guys were the underdog going in, but you know what? Boys Club behind the scenes is always awesome. But I want to tell you something. I don't know if you know this, but your wife and I have something in common. We both like horses. And so talk to me about how many horses, what you do. I got 3. And I'm kind of a fake cowboy. I grew up in Los Angeles for 20 years, and I've been in Texas for 32 years. Talk to me about your horse love of where I manage some horse love. Maybe you love them too.
Yeah, the love is growing. It's still new to me. My wife grew up riding English style. Since moving to South Carolina, she's picked up on the Western scene.
Yeah.
And lately it's been barrels. So we have 2 quarter horses used for barrels. She's been training barrels, so that's been a fun thing. I'm an animal lover, period, but the horse game is new to me. It's I get it though. I totally get
not
it.
cheap though. They're not cheap though. I'm gonna be honest with you because I didn't realize. I bought 3 and I'm like, what? And then you get up to the big boys. I'm like, no, I'll take like the $10,000 to $15,000 to $5,000 ones, maybe one free if they're getting old. I'll take that one, but they're pricey, right?
Yeah. Oh yeah. It goes quick from like, oh wow, I got my first horse to we need 5 more.
Right. It's 100,000. And by the way, they eat money. And they poop work.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You can use another word, but that's a bad word.
I cleaned up horse poop.
No, you didn't.
At Bad Girl Boot Camp, you bet I did.
Oh, boot. Okay, boo.
Yeah,
I didn't
that's
know
a good
that.
horse
Yeah,
camp
horses.
right there. It grounds you when you're doing that kind of stuff.
Yeah, it's humble
Hey,
work for sure.
We talked about you guys being underdogs, but I want to talk about a team that's not an underdog, and they are leading the NFC East. I'm talking about your Philadelphia
Wow.
Eagles.
Ooh.
Yeah, go Birds.
Yeah,
Go
how much
Birds.
fun is it?
I got to be careful around in cowboy territory though.
That's right.
Very, very true.
Yeah.
What's your opinion on the tush push?
Oh, I'm in. I like the brotherly shove better. Tush push. That doesn't feel right. I like the brotherly shove.
Yeah, I like
But
that.
yeah,
too.
I love it.
He's my fantasy quarterback, by the way. I've had him the last 3 years, and I don't know. Yeah,
That's my biggest battle is when my fantasy players play against the Eagles. I got to pick. And,
Yeah,
You
always root for your team, but you're kind of happy when your fantasy does good because you're usually bragging to the boys.
Yeah, we
You know
got
what else I
action.
found too is the playoffs really mess your fantasy team up. Because you're so focused on baseball, and then all of a sudden 4 weeks go by, and you're like, oh man, my fantasy team's 1-3. Like
Yeah.
you went bad because you forget to set a lineup.
Yeah, I got a good gig. I split it with Kyle Nelson.
Yeah.
So he runs the team.
Perfect.
I'm a silent owner.
Yeah, good work.
Perfect.
All you have to do is set it once a week.
No, there's transactions.
There's
players get
injuries,
hurt,
Sierra.
It's
There's
not that- it's
matchups.
not.
You know, all of
Your
a sudden
defense
the
is
corner
playing
goes
the
down.
Eagles.
There's a lot that goes into
There's
this.
stuff besides high heels. You got to understand there's a defense matchup. That's what I'm talking about. You and I got to talk because I need you to run my fantasy team, and I'll be a sign owner.
Eagles
Okay.
go to the Super Bowl. You going?
Oh yes.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
I'm gonna do my best. Although
Absolutely.
I've been on the road a month longer than I was last year, so the couch time's gonna be hard to leave.
We saw the photo with you, your wife. It's Amanda, right?
Yes.
And the horse. What's the horse's name?
So Maverick was our first
That was-
horse.
that was-
Awesome.
that was in the
CC is
picture.
the second horse that we bought.
Okay, and then you also had 2 really small dogs in the picture.
Yes.
Who are they?
So R.I.P. LMA, the small Chihuahua. She passed away this summer.
I'm sorry.
But a couple weeks ago, we got a brand new puppy to keep our boy dog company. So the one on the right, that's LMA. She passed away. The one on the left is Jax. He's still thriving. But recently, a new beagle puppy to add to the mix.
I love that. You know, that is a great photo shoot. And you also participated in another great photo shoot with the World Series trophy. Who is the teammate who took this like a little bit too seriously?
Oh man, I haven't seen the pictures for sure, but I'm just gonna go out on a limb and assume it was Perdomo. Something about him feels like he took those pictures.
Like shirt off.
Yeah, he was locked in. He probably had a playlist going. It was all.
How long did you get to spend doing this photo shoot? I've got so many questions.
It was pretty efficient, honestly. Hit like 4 or 5 stations. It was in and out in probably 20 minutes.
Dude, that's good stuff. I do want to ask you, though, this is your first time playing in a World Series. But people that don't know, you've played in 3 college World Series. Talk about us. That's not normal either, by the way.
Yeah, that time of my life was crazy. Honestly, I didn't know how cool it was until I got to pro ball and got to talk to other guys in college and compare stories and realize how much I not took that for granted, but how much I just expected that to be a part of the college experience. And,
Yeah.
3 years, 2 national championships. Arizona beat us in the finals for the 3rd year. Else we
Are you
we
kidding
were
me?
2 wins away from a three-peat there. So props to the Wildcats there. But shout out to Jordan Montgomery too. He was a Gamecock. We were teammates in South Carolina.
Dude,
for a
that's
year.
unbelievable. You had a chance to win 3 rings. You won 2 to 3.
Yeah, it was cool, man. There's nothing that compares to this stage and this scale, but it was a special time.
Oh, man.
I know what that's like, 2 rings. I totally understand. Hey, I have a
I
question.
need some sunglasses.
Right?
Right,
We get it
it's a
free.
big
We don't have to wait.
reflection. And you know this because you've won them in college. It takes a team, a group of guys that come together and get united to win a World Series and to get this close even. And teammates, and one guy that you talked about, you had a high praise for, Gabby Moreno. And you talked about, here's a young kid, 23 years old, and you feel like he's taking you under his wing. Talk about his influence on the team, and he's been so impressive.
Yeah, consistent is the word that comes to mind, and I'm not even talking about stats. Like the box scores and the stat line speak for themselves. But day to day, I mean, he is the same guy in the clubhouse every day. He's joking, he's having fun, he's keeping it loose, and like I'm a serious guy. I take this stuff. I'm pretty intense out there, and that having that balance to keep me in check and keep me loose is exactly what I need. He's great.
Well, I was going to ask you to tell us a joke, but never mind. Before we let you go, Christian, it is time for Secret Santos. This is the part of the show where you reveal a secret about yourself that nobody knows.
Maybe you're a barrel racer we didn't know about.
Bum tried to do that. He got in trouble.
Oh!
Shout out Matt Bum.
We'll throw out some suggestions. Do you knit, play the violin?
I am deathly afraid of spiders.
Wow.
Insects.
Like bad, huh?
I'm sending my wife to kill
Give it
it in
up.
the house.
No way.
Yeah, get me out of there.
Dude,
Yep.
Get me out of there.
Have you-
Smaller, the worse they are.
Yeah.
They
The
get
more
smaller.
legs.
I want nothing to do with
Yeah,
them.
no.
We that's a brotherhood we share right now. I like this.
Really? I didn't know that.
Yeah. Don't tell a lot of people.
Honestly, like the snake threshold, like she's out on snakes. When it gets back into snakes, I'll handle it. But smaller, no, that's her business.
That's interesting.
I don't want any
the
parts of
snake
that.
thing doesn't really bode well, considering you play for the Diamondbacks.
Well,
Yeah, I rescue all of them.
do you know why she's holding that, Captain, right there?
Yeah, I got a feeling.
Yeah, all right, just make sure. She's all in. I'm just letting you know she's all in on them D-backs.
from day one.
Well,
Hey,
Christian,
thanks.
thanks for stopping by. We appreciate you. And maybe you should get one of those. Have you seen one of the insect vacuums?
No, but I'm interested. I'm gonna get on Amazon right now.
No, we'll send him one on
Yeah,
on a
100%.
gift from the IT crew.
Yep.
Absolutely.
Well,
Need it.
It'll be there. Don't worry. It'll be there in your locker.
Sierra's got a big expense account. We're fine.
Christian Walker, best of luck throughout this World Series, and congrats on getting here, man.
Thank you. Thanks for having me.